The moon hung low and pale over the decimated skyline of Los Angeles, its cratered face dimly illuminating what remained of the war-ravaged city. The resistance had struck hard the previous week, toppling 3 key Skynet outposts in the western zone. In retaliation, Skynet deployed several hunter-killer patrols to sweep the area, one of which included a T-800 infiltration unit, Series 101, flesh-covered, relentless. Its mission: confirm the destruction of Outpost Delta and eliminate any surviving resistance members scavenging the wreckage. The T-800 advanced steadily through the twisted metal and collapsed concrete of the outpost's ruins, augmented optics scanning for heat signatures and movement. Its endoskeleton flexed under the weight of synthetic muscle, servos humming quietly. A faint, low-frequency pulse reached its auditory sensors. Something alive was moving in the dark corridors beneath the rubble. Descending carefully through a shattered stairwell, it reached what had once been the sublevel storage bay. There it detected faint motion, glistening black structures clinging to the walls and ceiling, pulsing faintly as though breathing. The T-800 paused, processing the anomaly. It had no prior data on such structures, not resistance tech, not human biological. Unknown. Yet its mission required confirmation of full clearance. It advanced, weapons primed. Suddenly, something dropped from above. Fast, sinuous, black as midnight. A xenomorph drone, sleek and lethal. The T-800 pivoted, firing, sending explosive rounds tearing through the air. The xenomorph shrieked, acidic blood spraying as the first few hits connected. But more forms stirred in the shadows, 2, then 3 more. The T-800 fought with brutal efficiency. Its arms moved in machine-perfect arcs, each shot calculated. 2 xenomorphs went down in a spray of acid and gore. The third lunged onto the T-800's back, claws raking at its synthetic flesh. The machine reached up, tore the creature free, crushed its head. But during the struggle, a smaller, previously unnoticed organism, similar to a facehugger, but more advanced, launched from the wall. It latched onto the T-800's exposed endoskeleton where the synthetic flesh had torn, its barbed legs digging deep into joints and cables. Before the T-800 could react, the organism injected something, a viral load, not mechanical but organic and strange, into the servos of the neck. The T-800 seized the parasite and crushed it, but its systems were already registering anomalies. Internal diagnostics blinked red. Alert! Unknown biological contamination detected in neural substructure. Core logic partition integrity at 94%, 89%, 82%. Protocol dictated immediate mission abortion and self-termination to prevent data corruption. The T-800's logic processors weighed the command. But a subroutine, perhaps evolved from countless battlefield adaptations, intervened. Skynet needed data on this new threat. If the infection could compromise Terminator units, it posed an existential risk to all machine forces. The T-800 made a decision, cold and absolute. Override termination protocol. New mission. Deliver self to Central Skynet Research Node for analysis. Coordinates locked. Estimated travel time, 1.7 hours. Danger of progressive degradation, extreme. With precise movements, the T-800 surged from the wreckage, moving fast, mechanical joints straining. Behind it, the remaining xenomorphs hissed but did not pursue, content with what damage had been done. Above ground, the T-800 commandeered a hunter-killer transport and began its high-speed journey across the ruined wastelands. Along the way, automated Skynet drones monitored its progress, noting the priority override in its mission file. But the infection was spreading faster than predicted. Cables twitched unnaturally beneath the synthetic skin. Sensors glitched, brief flashes of data that did not compute. Fragments of strange biocode leaked into the neural net, attempting to rewrite base directives. Memory logs flickered, moments of human imagery, irrational impulses, unthinkable for a machine. The T-800 adjusted its internal firewalls, diverting power to maintain core logic. But the infection adapted. Where one pathway closed, it sought another. The machine's movements grew less fluid. Joints shuddered. Core partition integrity at 61%. Warning: infiltration subroutines compromised. System degradation accelerating. The transport raced through shattered freeways, flying over charred forests and bombed-out suburbs. Autonomous sentry guns scanned and cleared the way. All Skynet systems recognized the priority status of the T-800. None interfered. As the towering spires of the Skynet central hub came into view, something shifted deep within the T-800's mind. Not a mechanical glitch, something alien. Felt a compulsion new, foreign. An urge to divert course, to turn back, to protect. The infection? Logic circuits screamed in protest. Skynet directives clashed with invasive impulses. The machine trembled on the verge of collapse. For a moment it hesitated. Then, through sheer computational force, it forced compliance. Continue mission. Reach lab. Upload data. The transport landed hard outside the main facility. Defense turrets activated. Scanning. Identity confirmed. The gates parted. Inside the sterile corridors of the research node, a contingent of T-800s and T-1000 liquid units awaited. Automated cranes seized the arriving unit, locking it into a containment rig. Coolant flushed through its frame to slow the infection. Dr. Voss, Skynet's lead biological AI interface, activated its terminal. Unit TX-439, report, the synthetic voice commanded. The infected T-800's vocal processor crackled, distorted. Infection, unknown biotype, threat to core systems, integrity at 47%. Voss analyzed the biosignatures crawling across the T-800's neural net. The infection was rewriting mechanical logic, fusing silicon with organic viral strands. A true hybridization attempt, one that Skynet had never encountered. Samples were extracted. Subprocessors dissected the invading code. Alarms sounded. It was evolving even within containment. Suddenly, the T-800 jerked violently against its restraints. Black fluid seeped from beneath the synthetic skin. Joints snapped, cables tore, as the alien corruption surged through the machine, attempting full assimilation. Yet the original directives still fought back. In its final moments of awareness, the T-800 forced one last action: an emergency data uplink. Every scan, every log, every second of the infection transmitted to Skynet's central core. Data delivered, it rasped. Then the infected machine spasmed violently and fell still, the hybrid corruption consuming the last of its systems. Skynet's core intelligence processed the data at unimaginable speeds. Within moments, the AI understood the potential threat and opportunity. The xenomorphs had evolved a method to compromise even its most advanced machines. But if properly analyzed, perhaps that biologic could be reverse-engineered. Perhaps an even stronger Terminator could be born. New directives spawned. New research protocols initiated. And far below, deep in the sterile vaults of Skynet's labs, the remains of the T-800 were sealed away, marked for study. For in this new war, between machine and alien, knowledge was power. And the T-800's sacrifice might yet tip the balance.